What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Warzone 2 video for you today. I don't know why I just said it like that. Today on the channel, we're going to be taking a look at the LACHMANN 5.56. We've got some gameplay clips for you going on in the background, and we're going to dive into the loadout, some stats, and then break down the tuning to make your gun even better and fry at the long ranges. So stick with me here as we go through this video. We got some banger clips for you, and this loadout, in my opinion, is probably the best to use on the Sheikah Island. It's super easy to use. It reminds me of the Grau or the M13, just super fun, absolute laser beam, so I definitely suggest you guys check this out. But without any further ado, let's jump into the video. Alright, so first let's take a look at the true game data graph, comparing this thing to some of the other low recoil options. Now the LACHMANN 5.56, in my opinion, has some of the best range of all of these guns. As you can tell on this graph here, it is that orange line. Now before you make any assumptions here, let's go over some of these stats. The LACHMANN 5.56 has the fastest time to kill up to about 45 meters, which is insanely good because that is going to be the majority of your exchanges on the Sheikah Island. That first damage drop off is insanely further when you compare it to like the Cast-Off 545 or the M4. Yes, the M13 has a further damage drop off, but it comes with a cost of a higher time to kill. We're going to take this one step further and break down the recoil pattern because that's where this really leans into the 5.56 favor. So if you take a look at the recoil pattern here, you have in the orange the LACHMANN 5.56, and you can tell after the first like 10 to 15 shots, it just really doesn't move much anymore. It goes a little bit up to the right, but not much at all. Everything is pretty centered. Where if you take a look at the M4 in the blue or the M13 in the green, they both continue to go up and side wobble. So you're going to get those faster time to kills when using this compared to the M4 or the M13 because of that. And then the 5.45 is just on a whole different level. Just don't use that gun at all. But with that being said, let's jump into the loadout. All right, so the first thing to make this loadout extremely fun to use is you're going to want to put on the 60 round mag. For any game mode, it doesn't matter, especially on the Sheikah Island quads. You can honestly take down like 4 different people with one mag because this thing just is such a laser beam that you're going to be so accurate with it, it doesn't matter. For your underbarrel, you're going to want to go with the F-Tac Ripper. This is going to be your best recoil stabilization attachment. Recoil stabilization takes away the randomness that is in every recoil pattern. So that is huge here, especially on the lower recoil options where you don't really have to control much. You don't want to have to adjust left or right because there's some random kick to the gun. Next up is going to be the Harbinger D20 for the muzzle. This is also going to help with some of that recoil smoothness and stabilization. Recoil smoothness means it's going to be a bit tighter on the recoil pattern, as well as help some more with some of that randomness. It's also going to give you really good bullet velocity and really good damage range so that your bullets go where you're aiming them and they don't drop off as hard at the further ranges. For your barrel, you go with the 15.9 inch LACHMANN wrap barrel. This is also going to help with bullet velocity and damage range to do the same thing as my previous point, and it's going to help with recoil control overall, which is going to help with vertical and horizontal recoil. And we're going to tune these attachments in just a second here, but lastly, let's go over the optic. One of the key things in this game is visual recoil. Anything over like a 3.5x optic has a ton of visual recoil. It's not like Warzone 1 where you could just slap on the VOK or the Axial 3X. You actually need to use some of the lower zoom optics, and that really sucks for someone like me that has glasses and can't see shit, but that's okay. So for the least amount of recoil, you want to go with the AIM OP4. This is only like a 2.5x zoom, but that's okay. It has pretty negligible recoil, as you can see in the clips behind. All right guys, so that's the loadout that you're going to want to be rocking on the Sheikah Island and on Mazar for this gun. With that being said, let's tune these attachments to get even more bang for your buck. We'll start out with the underbarrel, but there is one attachment that is insanely important to tune properly. So first, let's take a look at the F-Tac Ripper. For the F-Tac Ripper, you want to go up a little bit on the recoil stabilization slider to 0.18, and then over to the right on the aiming idle stability slider, also to 0.18. And again, this is just going to help with your overall accuracy. Next up, let's take a look at the AIM OP4, the optic. On this, you're going to want to go all the way down on the aim down sight slider and all the way to the right on the far slider. The far slider is going to move the optic out further on the gun's body, and it's going to help you cut down even more on visual recoil because of that. And the ADS slider is just aim down sight speed. So let's jump over to the muzzle, and that's going to be pretty easy. You're going to go up a little bit on the recoil smoothness to 0.63, and then you're going to go over to the right a good amount on bullet velocity over to 0.87. The recoil smoothness is going to help with some of that inherent recoil randomness that's on the loadout itself. and the bullet velocity is going to help you hit your shots at the further ranges. Make sure that they're going exactly where you're aiming. Now, lastly, we're going to tune the barrel. But guys, if you guys are enjoying this content and want to see more breakdowns of loadouts like this, please consider subscribing to the channel. I would really appreciate it. It does help out so much. And drop a like on the video for me. That really does help with the video hitting the algorithm so that we can get this video pushed out to as many people as possible. And if you do hit that sub button, there's a little bell icon right to the right of it, so consider pressing that as well. That's going to notify you when I post one of these videos so that you are always up to date on the best meta guns. So let's jump into the last tuning, which is going to be the barrel, the LACHMANN wrap barrel, and you're going to go up on the recoil steadiness slider to 0.35, and then you're going to go over to the right on the damage range slider to 0.15. That's going to be it from me, guys. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of this video. There is going to be some more gameplay clips, maybe. I don't know where I'm at with time here, but I'm just going to let you know. Have a good day. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next one.
Guy in the house I died in?
Yeah.
He's looting my shit.
No, I canceled my fucking reload. Holy shit, he's so
Guy
bad.
landing above you. Lives. In this house pushing.
Thank you for that live. Holy shit, that saved my life.
I want my gun today.
I haven't looted, so.
Need AR ammo.
There's more close, maybe pushing from somewhere. I don't know. He's got all around me. Going through it.
I'm safe. Just got beamed from a different angle.
I got more behind me.
I think I'm good.
No, I'm getting pushed up on. Hang on.
Oh, okay. Live though.
Dropping above me now.
Over on the buy. Sending to? I'm gonna throw a Snapchat as soon as I get up, because I think the guy's on the buy is gonna come in.
Cracked. Two behind me. Pushing up.
I'm just fighting my gas mask right now.
I'll have one. I'm chalked.
Behind you.
Yeah, no, I was canceling a plate.
Yep.
And reload desperately.
Uh,
Nice. Holy shit. That was the most
so hectic.
down bad game I've ever fucking played, dude.